Hugh Jackman, right? He's so ripped and muscular and sleeveless and often
really nice.
shirtless. And he's a very nice guy. But to say, like, I thought that superhero muscles in these movies were like cosmetic. Not that they weren't literally on your body, but that they were more about show than strength. Not so. Hugh Jackman would routinely drop to the floor and do press-ups. I saw him do 800 press-ups in one day, and they're slow and perfect form. So literally, if a bus fell on you and he was there, you wouldn't have to worry. He would promptly remove it from you, and you'd be okay.
Huge jacked man.
Huge jacked man.
He's a huge jacked man.
Huge jacked man.
Maybe
and
that's his real name.
Huge act man, because he's a wonderful actor too.
Virgin Radio.
Please welcome the brainy, the zany, the Rob Delaney.
Hey, Rob.
Thanks for using my catchphrase.
Looking good, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. Good to see you guys.
So much to talk about. We'll get on to Deadpool and Wolverine in a second or two. I can't wait to see this film. Even people who've been allowed to see some of it for purposes of interviews like this have only been allowed 35 minutes of it. It's a very clever tactic. Great strategy from the film company. First of all, Desert Island Discs. You've done that since we last saw each other.
I just did it. Yeah. It came out last weekend. Yeah, it's such a thrill, such an honor. And I can't believe I got to do that.
How did you figure yours out? How did you organize your picks?
I mean, like, you don't have 8 favorite songs. You might have 800. And so I didn't want to stress out too hard, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't do anything too weird. I didn't do hour-long stoner rock opera epics that I personally listen to each day and every day, but stuff that people could dance to and smile to. And
stoner rock. I love a bit of stoner rock. Let's hear it for stoner rock, gang. Woo! 1, 2, 3, open the door. Stoner rock. Okay. And now can we have that cheer in the style of somebody who is listening to stoner rock?
Ooh, hey.
It's cool. So you've Desert Island Discs. That's cool.
Yeah.
And did you watch football last night?
I sure did.
Tell us about you and football.
Well, I loved it a lot. I've got 3 boys, and we're all British now, by the way. I think I've become a citizen since I last saw you.
Another controlled round of applause. He's going for the hat trick. Here we go. How about God save our gracious Rob? Off you go. God save our gracious. Thank you.
Oh my God! Did you see my head swell when I did that? Wow.
Yeah.
And my fingers.
Is that so you can accept the knighthood?
It is. Yeah. We just have lived here for I didn't want to be able to be deported. I said, worst case scenario, I'll go to prison, but on this island, so my family can still visit me. But now that I'm a citizen, this is it.
So Aussie Jane just became a citizen, and she took the test. Did you take the test?
I did. And here's the deal. It was so much easier because I took it at the same time as the written test to get a driving license. I would say it was about 400% easier because you can learn new information about a country with a diverse background and history and everything. But to learn how to just replace all your American driving knowledge with stuff that's just a little off when you're old, very hard.
Yeah, because I did the opposite in America. I did the whole green card thing, which is it's more of a legal thing.
Yeah, it's like a glorified literacy test.
Yeah, and there's lots of ring binders and all that kind of stuff. And then you've got to go. You don't have a national health number. What do you have there? Yeah, I got
Social Security.
Social Security number.
Yeah.
You get that's sort of the key, isn't it?
Yeah, it's important. Yeah, I like having one.
What is it? So you're a dual citizen now?
I am. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. And how do you feel what Mr. Clooney has said overnight? Have you read about that?
Yeah, I agree with him. The best thing I heard was that if Biden's the nominee, then the election is going to be a referendum on his age. If somebody else is the nominee, it'll be a referendum on Dobbs, abortion, and Trump's felony convictions. So I think if you're interested in winning, then I would go with somebody other than Biden.
Yeah, because I suppose the point is, and we said it earlier on, it's not about the fact Biden can't be president. It's the fact that he can't win the election, and that's the thing. Because Trump can just call him out and can stop him. So if Trump stops Biden winning, he therefore by default wins, and that's different to winning. Stopping the other guy is different to winning yourself.
Yeah. I mean, look, you're 81, man. Go have some ice cream. Put on your shades. Go to Carfest. That's what he should be doing. A Carfest emeritus chairman. That's what he should be.
Rob, you were great at Carfest last year.
Thank you. I had so much fun. I know. I was saying before, because I'm not like a big car guy, so I was like, all right, I'll go, and then I went and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm like going zoom, like taking pictures of the cars. And you could raise so much money for charity. I mean, the people I met from all the different charities charities, Rainbow Trust in particular. So wonderful. So it was very special. I was so grateful to be involved. And yeah, if you haven't been to Carfest, you got to go.
Yeah, carfest.org. I mean, it isn't just about cars. In fact, cars is about 20%. We call it Carfest, and we have thought about changing the name, but because it's so set in stone, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
What would be your advice on that?
Well, like, for example, you made me dress as a car, you know, so that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't think you should make every participant dress as a car.
A Delaney.
You should be able to, and make me go vroom vroom before I said anything in English. That was weird. So maybe something other than that. I don't know what yet, but...
No, but it's a shame because a lot of people come and they go, I didn't realize, because there's so much more going on. But I want more. I just want everybody in the country to come. That's what I want.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. This film of yours, this new film, Deadpool and Wolverine. So Vassos says, I can't believe he's got to act with all these really famous actors. Vassos, he's a really famous actor himself. He's also a producer. He's a writer. He's better than anybody else in the film.
I know all of that. No. Rob, it came across a bit like that. I'll be honest. But I honestly didn't mean it like that.
Well, remember, I'm British now, so I need to have my... pee taken? Can I say? I can say that on the
You
air.
can have a pee taken.
You can take my pee.
Or you need to be chopped down.
Yeah, chopped down.
Just
so
below
I
the
love
knees.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so welcome to Britain.
It's sort of self-depreciating gene.
Now, you had Deadpool before. All right. For those of us who don't know, because you're very good at all this stuff, can you frame Deadpool? So if nobody's ever heard of the title Deadpool, what does Deadpool mean?
Well, I mean, Deadpool, you know, they call him the merc with the mouth. You know, Wade Wilson was like a super soldier, and then whoops, he got horribly burned and had his skeleton replaced with, you know, adamantium, and so it's very hard to kill him. So in addition to being a super skilled fighter, even if you do, you know, get one over on him, you're still going to be in trouble after a few minutes when he grows some new flesh. And he's very funny. He's very irreverent. Yeah, yes, he breaks the fourth wall a lot, and
What
also,
does that mean for people who don't know? What does that mean?
Oh yeah, he talks to you. He looks in the camera and says, "Hello, Chris," and you know, nice outfit, etc. I mean, not with what you're wearing now, but theoretically he could say that. And okay, there we go. Chris is just stripped off a bit. And he's super funny. And all credit to Ryan Reynolds, you know, who writes him, produces him, who shepherded this from. Nobody was like, hey, you know what we need? A Deadpool movie. He was like, you need this. And so he really muscled it through. And they're just wonderful reflections of who he is, and the Deadpool character is amazing. And so, yeah, 2 movies so far have been great, and now here comes a 3rd.
So MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know, it began with Iron Man, didn't it, I think? Is that right?
That is officially true, yeah.
Okay, so and the reason it began with Iron Man is because a different film company had bought up all the rights to all the other better known
a bunch of them,
characters. And Iron Man, somebody had just forgotten to buy the rights to Iron Man.
Yeah.
And so the guy who I can't remember the guy who set up MCU back in the day.
You think of Kevin Feige?
Yes. Yes. So he said, I think we can do it with Iron Man.
Yeah.
And so that's how it began.
Yeah.
And
that's, they got incredible writers and
otherwise they would have
incredible
chosen
directors.
one of the better known characters, I would imagine.
I think that they probably would have, yeah. But thank God they didn't, right? Because how amazing was Iron Man? And it was nice because for a lot of people, they were just learning. That's how they learned about Iron Man.
Yeah. And because he was less of a sort of typical Marvel superhero, he was more accessible for those of us who perhaps weren't that attracted to that particular franchise in the first place. You know, he got us to the party.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And Deadpool is one more to the left, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Deadpool is bananas and very different. You know, I mean, as you'll see with this film, it really braids in beautifully to the MCU. But yeah, Deadpool in a vacuum. I mean, they're incredible films.
And so naughty.
Yes, they're very naughty. Yeah, I wish I won't give you any spoilers, but even I get to participate in some naughtiness in this one, which is very exciting.
I mean, it is properly X-rated. It's an 18.
Is it? I should know that.
I think it's an 18.
Oh my God.
Well, we'll say. I mean, Tilly went to see this 35 and he said it's clearly an X-rated.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have several school buses headed to a screening right now. I'll have to tell them to turn around.
No, but they're going to want to go all the more. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so it starts off. Is it? Because I haven't seen the third. I cannot wait to see this.
You
film.
really can't and shouldn't.
No,
and shouldn't have to.
I love it. Love the franchise anyway. B, I love you, and I can't believe you got to work with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
But Tilly comes in and she says, the fact that they're showing 35 minutes to the press, that's genius, isn't it? Is it because the rest
really
of it isn't ready?
Is, because they sent it to me so that I could know what they're showing.
Right.
And it's so good. And I was like, I was like in pain when it ended. I was like, I need more. And then it kind of fades into like a trailer for the rest of the film.
Right.
So it's really smart what
It's
they
like a
did.
super sizzle reel.
Yeah. Super sizzle.
And so you haven't seen the whole film.
I have not yet.
That's interesting, isn't it? But you've been in it. That's so funny.
Yes.
It's like that's what we have over the England team last night. Is they didn't get to see the match.
Yeah.
They just saw their bit of the match.
Oh my god.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Oh, that's so wild.
We know more about what happened than they do.
Yeah, of course we do.
They
Yeah.
felt it more, but we know more about it. And does it start in a car lot? Not a car lot, a sales lot.
So one important storyline does start. Yeah.
Can we mention? Are you saying it like that because we're not supposed to mention it? Or
well, I guess what would I say? Like, is the opening frame?
But aren't you
there?
selling cars
No.
with Deadpool?
Yes, that is happening
tell us about that.
near the beginning of the film.
Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, so he's down on his luck, and he's tired of Deadpooling, and so he is in fact working at like a discount used car
With you.
place with me, the character of Peter, who started in Deadpool 2. And he's trying to kind of be a normal guy and try that on for size.
And from as far as the superhero universe is concerned, your character really is a normie because he's a superhero but without any superpowers.
None whatsoever. Yeah.
So, which is so you.
Yeah, no, I mean it was such a great idea that they had in the second one because there's the X-Force in the comic books and they wanted to introduce those guys into the movies, and so Deadpool effectively holds auditions or a casting call for members of the X-Force, and people come literally from around the universe, not just Earth, with various magical powers, and then my guy comes in, Peter, and he says, "Wait, have you got any special powers I should know about?" And Peter says, "Nope, just saw the ad, thought it sounded like fun," and Deadpool says, "You're in." And,
that is so funny, isn't it? That is a funny old thought. That's like somebody going to Comic-Con and getting to be in the film.
I mean, it's the exact same thing. Yeah.
And so, did you do any research about selling cars? Because
it was important to me.
Is that why you came to Carfest?
That's why I came to Carfest. Yeah, no, I made a point. I never do any research at all. I'm not a real actor, so I don't prepare. I just show up and start rolling downhill, see what happens.
What kind of cars are you selling in this?
Well, I mean, I guess they're minivans, used cars.
Day vans?
Yeah, day vans.
Chevys?
Oh, sure. So, yeah.
You
I
don't
think
care.
there's some Honda.
You don't care.
Yeah. I just am naming cars now. Yeah.
So Deadpool himself.
Yeah.
So did he get dealt out? I can't remember. So what happened? How did he fall out of favor? What's gone on there? Somebody got together. He was voted out or what?
No, he's just he's so unconventional and not cut from the same cloth as any other superhero that, he has a few curveballs thrown at him and then he says, you know what, enough of this.
That's what I mean.
I'm not appreciated. I'm not even good enough at it, is what he thinks. Of course he is.
Right.
But he's just having a crisis.
So he has imposter syndrome.
A little bit, yeah.
Wow. and even more so, times that by 1,000 because of Wolverine. So Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, we think is dead. Right, but this is this Marvel Cinematic Universe. So A, might not be. B, even if he was, could come back from the dead. But it's the universe. There are parallel universes.
Yeah.
Where there's another Rob Delaney. There's another Alex. There's a parallel universe in which last night the Netherlands beat England.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Unfortunately, not just in this one.
All I can say is that it's handled very organically in this film, and it makes a tremendous amount of sense. Even a moron like us three can follow what's happening. You don't have to worry about, you don't need a degree in microphysics. Is that what that stuff is called? I don't even know.
Yeah.
But you'll get it.
All right. And so this was all filmed in Pinewood.
Yeah, which was great because
come on, more.
Because I live here.
I like that.
The best was that the Deadpool 2 was filmed in Vancouver. I don't live in Vancouver. I live down the street from you guys.
Yeah.
And so when Ryan texted me and was like, "We're doing a third one and we're shooting it in London, so you can walk to work," and I just did cartwheels because.
Do we have Wrexham to thank for that?
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. I'm gonna imagine it might be British tax laws that we might have to thank for that. Could be that and Wrexham. Yes,
all right,
it's Wrexham.
we could have a bit of that going on.
Yeah.
So is he the boss? Is Ryan the boss?
Of Wrexham or of Deadpool? Oh, big time. Big. That's why they're so great, because you feel his whole authorial voice in it. He, as I said before, nobody was like, it's time for a Deadpool movie. People didn't know who Deadpool was, and it must star Ryan Reynolds. He knew in his heart So he did it, and he shepherded it, and he brought it all through, and he wrote it with the screenwriters. I mean, he's a credited screenwriter on it. You see him every second on set, even when he's not in the scene, making sure that everything goes away. So these are his films, and he's just tremendous. It's a privilege and a pleasure to watch him work.
So you are dead clever, right?
I do my best.
You are an extremely clever person. You are a beautiful human being. You come in here like there's 10 of you, not one of you. But it's not chaotic. It still has a cosmotic vibe about it, right? He seems to be cut from a very similar cloth, in as much as if he puts a funny video up for one of his mates on Instagram, it's like a Western production. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
And so tell us about him. Tell us about that mindset, your mindset. Tell us about this different sort of higher level, this higher standard, this new modern way of doing things, and how does he fit all this in one life? Because he's reformed. There's been a revolution at Wrexham. At Wrexham.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by all this? And when you see him interviewed, he's cool, he's calm, he's warm. He looks like he's got all the time in the world for himself, for whoever's interviewing him, for his family, and he's punk. So how do you punk it up in the middle of all that?
I mean, I think being Canadian.
Do you know what I mean, Rob?
Yeah. I think being Canadian might be a big clue. Canada's just sort of a better place than either here or America, where I'm from. Cleaner, brighter, wider, and so he's kind, number one. That's a big one. He's very hardworking. He's fun and funny and sensitive. I don't know. I mean, he's just above all, I'd say he's just like a good guy. So let's start there, because that's more important than anything, right?
He's fun and funny. He's warm. He's kind.
Yeah.
I hate him.
I know. Yeah, no, he's very, it's hard to like him. But so there's all that. And then I guess, I don't know, how does he have all those...
At least he's not good looking, eh?
I know, right? How does he have all those plates spinning? I don't know. I mean, yeah, because it looks exhausting. I agree.
How does he get the best out of his team?
I mean, well, he's very flexible and collaborative, and like, for example, Sean Levy directed this film. Sean's unbelievable. They work together beautifully. So Ryan, as good as he is at what he does, also his ego has not metastasized into some big, huge, scary blob.
As well.
Yeah. So he can, work with other people who have, great ideas and respect them and involve them and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know is the answer to that.
And is it a very enjoyable orbit to be in?
Oh, big time. Yeah, a massive pleasure.
All right. So because George Clooney has that about him as well. You hear that from people that have worked with him.
Yeah.
So does Tom Cruise, I hear.
Yeah.
You go and work on one of those movies, and it's not just about what happens in front of the camera. It's about what happens from the second you all get to work, from the second you leave work.
Yeah, I did a week on the last Mission Impossible, and when I showed up at the thing, Tom Cruise was like, "Rob, it's so great to have you here. You're going to bring so much power to this role." And I was like, "Thank you, Tom Cruise." And he goes, "Why don't we head over to the hair trailer and take off just about like 1/8 of a centimeter off your hair?" Like, I'd already had a haircut, and he was like, "If it was just a tiny bit shorter, I think that would really make it pop." So he's doing that. He's passing out water to the crew. He knows everything about every lens on every camera. Yeah. I mean, that's
a different way of getting the same level of performance and engagement out of the team.
Yeah.
And so, right, is he an easy guy? Is it? I'm just looking for people listening, people who are foisted into a position of doing something via doing their job really well. They're then given a job they've not done before, looking after other people to try and get them to do what they do as well as they do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get into that realm, I think start small, and do one thing well, do it to the best of your abilities, because it's better to do one thing well or two things well than 18 things terribly.
Yeah.
And, just if you can get that going, and you have to involve other people. I mean, that's a wonderful thing about film and radio, I'm sure as well, is what a collaborative thing it is. So, yes, you have to have a strong vision, but you also have to welcome other people to the party, understand who's better at doing particular things than you are, and love that. Don't fight it.
And also attitude. So I've learned over the years, you can teach people new skills, but you can't really change their attitude.
Well said.
And you want a team of smilers, don't you?
Yeah.
Who can cry on cue, but smile basically
and smile
the rest
on
of
cue.
the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big Ryan thing, is he'll yell at you until you cry and then make you smile before you go out in public so that nobody knows he's chastised you.
I hear was it 69 days for everyone, or 69 days for you, this shoot?
It might have been. That would have to have been for everybody, because I was not on there that long.
And do you is there a rap party still a thing? Does that happen? Is a crew
Maybe they do.
Thank you and goodbye.
I'm
and...
such a boring old man that even if there were one, I would already be home in bed at 9 p.m.
Really?
So if there was a rap party, I wasn't invited. I'll take that up with Ryan tonight.
You look more Deadpool-y this time around than last time around.
Thank you.
Just when you hang around with that gang, do you acquire via osmosis lots of things?
I mean, I suppose so, like, for example, Hugh Jackman, right? He's so ripped and muscular and sleeveless and often
nice.
shirtless, and he's a very nice guy. But to say, like, I thought that superhero muscles in these movies were like cosmetic. Not that they weren't literally on your body, but that they were more about show than strength.
Yeah.
Not so. Hugh Jackman would routinely drop to the floor and do press-ups. I saw him do 800 press-ups in one day, and they're slow and perfect form. So literally, if a bus fell on you and he was there, you wouldn't have to worry. He would promptly remove it from you and you'd be okay.
Huge jacked man.
Huge jacked man.
He's a huge jacked man.
Huge jacked man.
Maybe
and
that's his real name.
Huge act man, because he's a wonderful actor too. Let's see if we can do another one. I just passed out.
I've been up since stupid o'clock. Rob, I know you got to go. You've got a busy day doing this kind of stuff. I'm so sorry we're part of it, but I really,
this has been great.
I'm grateful that you came in.
It's a pleasure to see you guys.
What do you do next? What are you up to?
All Deadpool, Wolverine press all day.
Yeah, and what about writing and producing your own
stuff?
Yeah,
I'm writing stuff. Yeah, always. Other things in the can coming out over the next few months, and writing to try to get my own stuff going.
Well, you're always welcome here.
Thank you so much.
Great Britain's very own Rob Delaney. Let's hear it for the brand new Brit, the newest Brit on the block. It's Rob Delaney. Deadpool and Wolverine out July 25th. Listen at your peril.
Yes, thank you.
It doesn't break the 4th one, it breaks the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th wall.
No walls.
No walls, man.
Virgin Radio.